After Nico Hulkenberg announced his transfer to Sauber for 2025, everyone thought that more dominoes might begin to fall this silly season, and just a few weeks later, Williams have surprised everyone by signing Alex Albon onto an extended contract. Like a toy a toddler is no longer interested in, Red Bull cast him aside after 2020, and that could have been the end of his career. But a very impressive comeback at Williams has raised Albon's stock to the point that he was in the conversation for potentially taking over a Red Bull seat for 2025, or filling the empty spot at Mercedes. Alex's commitment to Williams is a massive message to the rest of the grid, and will have a huge impact on the remaining drivers' market. So let's check it out. When Alex Albon returned to the F1 grid in 2022, not many would have expected him to perform as well as he has done. His first season in Formula 1 back in 2019 saw him thrust into the limelight as Red Bull decided to pull the plug on Pierre Gasly's short-lived stint on the team. Albon's mid-season switch from what was then Toro Rosso to Red Bull meant expectations were high, but for a young driver in his first ever F1 season, it might not have been the right move. A season and a half later, after being boxed in under the immense scrutiny of Red Bull and the media, Alex was let go at the last minute in place of Sergio Perez, leaving him with nowhere to go in Formula 1. However, a year away racing touring cars and reflecting on his short-lived F1 career appears to have done him a world of good. Alex returned in 2022, stepping into a very bad Williams team, but with the help of new team principal James Vowles, both Alex and Williams have been starting to grow. Alex has improved so much after that year away and a couple of seasons at a team where the expectations were lower that despite his contract not being up until the end of 2025, he's been linked with Mercedes, Red Bull, Aston Martin and just about every other team with a space for next season. By extending his contract this early with Williams, he's taken himself out of the silly season equation, closed off a seat that many people thought might be open, and given a strong statement about what he thinks Williams can do in the future. The press release from the team said, "We can today announce that Alex Albon has committed his long-term future to Williams Racing. The Thai driver has signed a multi-year contract extension, which takes the partnership into a new era of Formula 1 regulations and demonstrates a shared belief in the upward trajectory of the team." Since joining Williams Racing, Alex Albon has showcased exceptional determination and dedication both on and off the track. His performance since he joined ahead of the 2022 FIA Formula 1 World Championship has been integral to the team's progress and success, and his efforts significantly contributed to the team's best championship finishing position since 2017 of 7th last year. Calling his contributions to the team's 7th place significant is actually underselling it. He outscored teammate Logan Sargent 27-1 in the Drivers' Championship, making Williams beat AlphaTauri by 3 points in the Constructors' Championship. Every F1 driver wants to beat their teammate more than anyone else. You're never fighting other teams or drivers on equal footing because each car is different, but the guy sat across the garage from you has every advantage and disadvantage you have. Beating someone driving the same machinery as you means you're better than them, and that is what competition is all about, being the best. Alex's dismantling of Logan Sargent has been incredibly impressive, hence the apparent interest from some of the top teams on the grid. There is a discussion to be had about how much opposition Logan offers, and what Alex's performances would have looked like with another driver there instead, but all he can do is beat the driver he's paired against, and he did that with a kind of calm confidence you expect from a veteran like Fernando Alonso, not a guy who got unceremoniously dumped out of the sport after just 2 seasons. Williams team principal James Vowles said of the deal, "We are delighted to secure Alex's long-term future with Williams Racing. He has exceptional talent, technical input, and dedication to the cause, and this is a huge vote of confidence in Williams and the journey back to competitiveness that we are on." Since joining, Alex has consistently demonstrated his ability to perform under pressure, and signing him for the long term is a big piece of the puzzle of moving us up the grid. With the best part of 2 years left on his contract, there was no rush for Alex to sign an extension. He could have left this for the rest of the season quite happily, or even longer, giving him the chance to explore options outside of Williams. By signing this early though, Alex has removed the chance for him to play the market. Why has he removed this opportunity for himself? Well, there could be a couple of reasons. Firstly, Alex sees everything that is happening in the background at Williams. He'll know better than anyone if things are looking up. If what he's seeing behind the scenes didn't give him faith in Williams' continued improvement, then he wouldn't have signed a contract extension, and instead played the market for longer. The second reason could be that he had no other option, but that seems very unlikely. Of those bottom 5 teams, he's been one of the most impressive drivers. Yuki Tsunoda has looked really good as well, and Nico Hulkenberg has impressed in qualifying, but behind the 3 of them, no one stood out. Despite Alpine's struggles, neither of their drivers have done anything to make themselves stand out. K-Mag and the Sauber drivers haven't wowed either. If there was someone to be promoted to the Mercedes seat, for example, then Alex would definitely be toward the top of the shortlist. Whatever the reason for the early extension, it is definitely a vote of confidence for team principal James Vowles. Looking in from outside, what he's done at Williams has been very impressive. He's revolutionized the factory setup, modernizing their design processes to improve the efficiency and effectiveness. He speaks incredibly well, obviously very knowledgeable and considered. He's focused on his team, the process involved in F1 car design and the race week, made improvements, and with the help of Alex Albon, all of that is showing on track. By signing the extension, Alex has shown that he believes in the project, and with the options available to him, he felt this was the right option. With engine changes coming in 2026 as well, being in a Mercedes-powered car will have its advantages. The Silver Arrows delivered the best package when the engine rules were last overhauled in 2014, and enjoyed the best engine on the grid for several seasons before everyone else started to catch up. The Mercedes powertrain department have proved that they can adapt to new engine regulations, so being in a Mercedes-powered car is a safe bet. Avoiding the Renault-powered Alpine is probably also a smart move. Williams have also given Alex a space to thrive in, something Red Bull completely failed to do. The Red Bull style of training junior drivers obviously works. They make their junior drivers walk across hot coals. The ones that don't make it are too weak in Helmut Marko's eyes, but the ones that do make it become some of the sport's best. Since 2010, 50% of the Drivers' Championships have been won by a Red Bull graduate, Max Verstappen taking 3 and Sebastian Vettel taking 4. But that trial-by-fire style doesn't work for everyone, and Alex is the perfect example of that. Williams has supported him, and there he is thriving. Albon genuinely believes in Vowles' vision, and he can see that the plan is working. To hear your boss say they feel a personal responsibility to deliver a championship-winning car specifically for you in return for your long-term commitment provides a driver with the confidence to excel and must make Alex feel amazing. While it is a great signing for Williams and clearly one that Alex is very happy with, it does have a knock-on effect on the rest of the grid. Mercedes in particular are running out of options. Do they go for the unproven rookie Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who's only driven 6 F2 races? Do they get Bottas back? Do they go to the old enemy and ask for Yuki Tsunoda's signature? Carlos Sainz is still an option, but if Mercedes are such a tempting team to join, why hasn't that deal been done already? Max has said that no amount of money would convince him to sign for a team with a car as slow as Mercedes. Fernando Alonso said a similar thing when committing to a contract extending beyond F1 with Aston Martin. With Albon out of the picture, 2024's game of musical chairs is starting to reach a climax, and Mercedes look like they might be the only team left standing. What do you think of Alex's commitment to Williams? Is he making the right choice, or should he have held out and played the market? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.